Good afternoon, guys. Nick Dunks. I'm here today with Ian Imber for TFSL prediction show. How you doing, bud?
Yeah, I'm good, thanks, Dunks. Morning, guys.
Great to see you, mate. Top work on that show yesterday with Rob, by the way. Really enjoyed it. Great to see some sort of show go out. How did you find it, Ian? Did you enjoy it?
Yeah, it was good. It was a very last minute thing, so I didn't have a lot of time to prepare, and Rob put me on the spot, but that's fine.
Yeah, it was really good. I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Talking about TFSL last 48 hours, it's been great. There's been a bit of feistiness going on between City and Spurs, which we'll talk about later. It's great. I like to see rivalries in teams. I encourage it. It just builds up the game going into the weekend. So let's get some more guys doing it. In my
For sure, a bit of good banter never hurt anybody, does it?
No, exactly, mate. So next week, TFSL Friday's back. Me, Mick, Johnny Carnage. We took a week off. We're going with how we've done it before, but with a couple of new things being added. To be fair, I might have took me after ball. They run off me, and my agenda was rushed on the last couple with Christmas and work. So they will have an agenda. We'll stick to that. And there'll be a couple of bits thrown in what they won't be aware of, because I think sometimes going off the cuff makes it more entertaining. So watch out for next week. Lineup's not confirmed yet. I will be chasing guests in the next few days. Okay.
And right, I understand Thumbs has got you doing a very nice surprise bit.
Oh yeah, he has, mate. Yeah. Like I say, I'm not revealing it, but it was very entertaining.
No, me neither. Yeah.
Right, Ian. So what happened last week, mate, with our predictions?
Okay, well, having you won the first week by 8 points to 3, I got my own back last week and won 10-2. So that makes me in the lead at the moment, 13 points to 10.
Blimey. Eh? We'll have to pull that right this week, mate. So I'm going to go first this week, and
okay,
go straight off with a match of the day for me. It's a huge game. Champions City away to league leaders Spurs. Tom Parfit Spurs having a great season. Like I said already, there's been a bit of spice on the feed between the two. Love it. Looking into the game itself, Johnny's got Jesus out and Ronaldo. Ronaldo, massive loss, huge loss. The big problem for him is he's got to keep Kane quiet, who scored 8 goals, which is just phenomenal. Harry Kane's been a bit of a problem for people on SM down the years. He's not, getting him to perform's been an issue, but it's not been an issue for Tom. Even before his rise, he was scoring goals. So
he seems to have found a formation that suits Kane.
Absolutely, mate. Yeah. So I've gone through this with a fine-tooth comb, and even with those 2 players out, I think City are just getting that and determination back, and I think City are going to win this 2-1.
I think that's a good shout. Spurs, of course, unbeaten, 5 wins and a draw, and they've got no Dele Alli. He's out injured as well. So not quite in the same class as Ronaldo, but he'll be missed. I'm going to sit on the fence on this one, and I think this is going to be a 1-1 draw.
Yeah. So almost what I went for, Ian. Right, so we're going to Division 2 now. My game today was Brighton, David Fletcher versus Villa, Simon Toombs. So you got both ends of the spectrum here. You got Brighton, one of the favourites to go up, under David Fletcher, and you got Villa, who are really struggling under Simon. Simon's gone a younger route. David Fletcher lost last time out. I've looked at the sides and I just can't see him losing tomorrow, and I think he might win big. He's gone 4-1 tomorrow.
Okay. David, he lost last time out at Norwich. He's got full squad available, as has Simon, no injuries or suspensions. Simon does have a habit of occasionally pulling out a surprise result, but I also, sorry Simon, don't think you're going to do it tomorrow. and I think it's going to be 3-1 to Brighton.
Good stuff. So then we get on to you then, mate. You're playing Stoke tomorrow, West Brom playing Stoke. Mark, I'm not sure how Mark will be on their season so far at Stoke. He sets himself high goals, and they're mid-table. They're not doing too bad. Your record against them, you've won twice, which is something I'm a believer on this them. And that's why I think against National Draw tomorrow, I'm gone 1 each.
Okay. My record last season against the top 6 was very, very good. I drew both times with Derby, and I did get some good results. I beat Norwich 5-0 away from home. So I don't understand it. I wish I did. I wish I could work it out. Mark's bought in Pedro, 91 rated, and I've just got a guy joining me today, Perez, an 88 rated, 30-year-old, who could well go straight into the side. I think I'm going to win this one, and I think it's going to be 2-0.
Good stuff, mate. Good to see confidence, pal. Right, so we're going to Division 3 now. Another big game for me, this one. Andy Martin's Plymouth versus Millwall's Noisy. So a great start to the season by Plymouth, but they have no wins in 3, which will be slightly concerning for Andy. Noisy, he was 100% till last game, lost it, and he'll be disappointed at that to lose. And it's a tough one to call. I think both teams are going to go without a win again. I'm sat on the fence. I've gone 1 each in this one.
Okay. Plymouth are going to be without Marino, an 85 who's injured, and he's only just bought him, but he's out injured already. And Millwall are going to be without Kalov, who's injured, but he's just bought Chris Wood, an 87, and Samin Nasri, an 88. So 2 good purchases there. And I think he'll get back to winning form. I think last week was just a blip, and I think they're going to win. Millwall are going to win this one 2-1.
Good shout, mate. Division 4 then. Burton versus Motherwell. So you've got Andrew Flint, a positive start to the season, but last 3 games they've not been so positive. No wins in his last 3. And you've got Paul Crowther at Motherwell, one of my tips to go well this season, and they've been patchy, to say the least. But it's early doors. It's hard to back Andrew Flint because he's a great manager, but he's such a busy man, and sometimes when he's on that bad roll, that's the reason, because he's so busy, and that's why I can't back him tomorrow, because if he is busy at work, he might be took his eye off the ball. So I'm backing Motherwell to win this 2-1.
Okay. Both sides are at full strength. They've got full squads available. And I think Motherwell are 11th and Burton are 7th. I think Motherwell will shade it, and I think it's going to be 2-0 to Motherwell.
Great shout, mate. All right, so that wraps mine up, mate. Over to you now, then.
Okay, well, we'll start in Division 1 with Arsenal in 6th and West Ham in 8th. It's Mick Oldfield against Michael Hudson. Mick's lost his last 2 games, which is a surprise. He's also got Mandzukic injured and Muller suspended, so 2 big players out. Michael, 3 wins, a draw and 2 losses. He's doing really well this season. I think he's probably one of the surprise packages, but he should be up in the top half of the table. And he's got Alonso out injured, who he's also just bought. So I don't know what it is with these guys; they're just buying. And I think Arsenal will be too strong on this occasion, even with their injuries. And I take them to win 2-1.
Yeah, well, good shout there. Mick will be disappointed to lose last time out. I didn't see that one coming against Burnley. Nick Justice was buzzing with that one. So that would be a disappointment for him. In a title race, the other games Mick would be hoping to win. West Ham, a team who I think are in good shape under Michael Hudson. They're doing exactly what they should be doing around that mark. They've got Immobile up front, who I think in Division 1's one of the class acts at a lower tier club. Brilliant signing that to have him in your team. And he scores in Division 1 all day long. So, thinking about it, this is a game Mick's Mick needs to be winning if he's challenging. So this will tell us a lot about Arsenal this season. If they beat West Ham, I think they can challenge for the title. If they don't, I think, top 4 place is where they're going to be this season. So I've actually gone for a 1-1 draw here because I think those going the right way with West Ham and might catch me out.
I don't think in the top 6, if you want to be part of that top 6 or part of the top 4, you can afford to lose too many games, and he's already lost 2. So I don't think he can afford to lose too many more and still have aspirations of finishing the top 4. So it's a big game, that one tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay, on to Division 2. Really interesting game because 2 teams that did really well last year just missed going up in the playoffs, and that's Swansea are in 4th against Norwich who are in 5th. Daniel Hughes against James's Norwich. Both sides started badly. Quite surprisingly, they were both close to the bottom after 2 games, but Swansea have now won 4 on the trot, and James is unbeaten in his last 5. So really good start, really good picking up there. Swansea have got Elmiron injured. That's it, and Norwich are at full strength. Both these teams, I think, are going to be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. I think if they don't make auto-promote, you'd expect them both to definitely be in the playoffs again. And I'm going to sit again on the fence on this one. I think it's going to be a good game, and I'll make it 2-2.
Good shout. The battle of the squad builders this for me. 2 great squad builders here in Daniel Hughes and James. Like you say, both in form. I think both will be there or thereabouts at the end of the season. Really tough to call, but I've gone for a 3-2 Norwich victory tomorrow.
Okay. Be an entertaining game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, into Division 3. I've gone for Peterborough in 4th against Aberdeen who are in 5th. Del Bond's Peterborough against James Logan's Aberdeen. Peterborough, I think everybody will admit, have probably been the surprise team of the season to be up there after just narrowly escaping relegation last season. 4 wins and 2 losses for Del, and he's got no injuries or suspensions. Aberdeen in 5th, 3 wins, 2 draws and a defeat, and they've got Morales, an 86, out injured. I think Peterborough are going to win this one, 1-0.
Yeah, good shout. So yeah, like you say, you've got Del Bonds and James Logan here. I might miss it, but I don't hear too much from these guys. But they're both doing sterling jobs this season. After the shocker Peterborough had last year, Del's really turned them round. Del's won 4 from his last 6, like you say, 4 wins from 6. So they're used to winning, but they do throw the odd defeat in, so they're a bit unpredictable. And Aberdeen are on a good run, like you say, unbeaten in 4. But home advantage tomorrow, I've gone Peterborough to win this 2-1.
Okay. We haven't actually agreed on a single result yet.
No. Is that good or bad?
I think that's good. Okay, so we stay in Division 3 with your Hibs in 14th against Wigan, managed by Terry Gray, in 17th. I think a bit of a surprise that Wigan are down at 17th, but they didn't get off to the best start. But they've had three straight draws in their last 3 games. You've had 2 wins, a draw, and 3 defeats, and you've got a full squad available tomorrow. Wigan are without these names, they really get to me. Is Quidizo, an 86, out injured, and Byrne, who probably wouldn't have made the side anyway, he's also out injured, and they've got Scocco, an 87, suspended, and the big miss for them is going to be Van Persie, who's an 88, who's leading goal scorer. I think leading goal scorer in the division, and doing good things. I think those 4 players are going to be a big miss, but I still think that they're going to take a point off you, and I think that's going to end up as a 1-1 draw.
Okay, mate. There's transfers going through at Hibs, so watch this space. Hopefully they'll be available for tomorrow. The Argentinian reviews have been fantastic for me, so there's a lot of money gone in the bank. So I'm busy at the minute scouting, reinvesting, and looking for players who can come straight in the team and improve it as well at the same time.
You can't do that before match day. That's not allowed.
I didn't think
I would have changed my prediction.
It's been a good week for me, obviously with a cup win, and then followed that out with a win against Shrewsbury. Terry, one of my old muckers. I met Terry with Johnny Carnage, Anthony Roach, Scott Thomas in a setup, and we was in this setup for years, a really long time. And Terry's always been my bogeyman. If you're in Palm Tree, you'll see Terry's beat me 3 times in a month. So he is my SM bogeyman, which is always worrying. Everyone has one. I don't care what you say. Everyone's got that bogeyman on SM, and Terry's mine. But I can never back against myself. I play to win, and I'm going for a 2-1 victory. But it'll be a very tight game with Terry either way.
Okay. And my final game is in Division 4, is Coleraine against Rotherham. Coleraine in 8th, managed by James Johnson. 3 wins, a draw and 2 defeats. They've got Hossein, 78, injured, but he's just bought Curfy, an 83 rated player. Rotherham, after last season's shambles from Warren, seem to have sorted things out, and he's got his team playing. As I say, they're in 6th place. And he's going to be without Balboa, an 83 who's suspended. Rotherham are actually unbeaten in their last 5 games. Their only defeat was the first game of the season. And I think they're going to continue their good form, and I think they're going to win this one 2-1.
Yeah, good shot. James Johnson's doing good things at Coleraine. Fair play to him. Rotherham are going the right way, like you said, under Warren. I really think Warren can push further with that Rotherham side, and I think he'll win 1-0. And I think they'll be lively playoff contenders this season.
You would have thought so.
So that wraps up the show. Pleasure as always, Ian. You got anything to add on this week?
No, I just hope everybody gets the results they're looking for, particularly me.
Yeah. You're away soon, aren't you, Ian? So we
yes,
won't be
I'm not around after the 14th for 2 weeks.
Yeah. So
I'm coming to the cold climate of England for 2 weeks.
Blimey, brace yourself. Right. Well, obviously we've got another couple of weeks yet. Then with Ian, when Ian's away, I'll either look for someone to help me out, or I'll go Facebook Live and just knock out a few cheeky predictions. More will come on that later. Everyone, good luck for the weekend. Keep up the good work. Stay safe. Have fun. And remember, TFSL Friday next week. Join us. Cheers, guys.
Good luck.